Hello and welcome to another furry visual novel quick look. Me, GamerWolfSix. This one, Live RainCheck, a game about, let's bring up the synopsis. When it rains, it pours. RainCheck is a mystery thriller visual novel set in a coastal city with unusual weather patterns where nothing seems quite right. So is this... Oh, what was that one game called made by Swery? Deadly Premonition? I mean, don't know if there's murder yet. Join Theodore as he turns to a wolf he meets, along with a clashing team of investigative woes in a desperate attempt to find answers and uncover the truth about the strange phenomena of the city, and whatever else might be lurking in the shadows. It's still under development. It has homosexual themes, violence, and mature subject matter. Ooh. So, if you want to get this game for free, it's available, well, for free on itch.io, but if you want to support the people that are making this game and or get the news version earlier, you can go to their Patreon, where it's $3 a month. Also, if you have any other suggestions for furry visual novels, tell me, and I'll add it to the list. And if you want me to do this game, tell me, and I'll give it a point, to put it up higher on the list, which will mean I'll do it sooner. Granted, you know, it's kind of funny they say sooner, and then I'm looking at a list and it's like, yeah, that's so many visual novels. I'm probably going to be dead before I finish them all. Like, not even if I get in a car accident or something. Like, if I live till 90, I might not be able to do it. YouTube might be gone before, you know, I do all of them. Granted, I don't plan on doing all of them, you know? Some of them are just like, well, let's just say one made by a not particularly nice person. Not meaning this one, just some other one. You know who I'm talking about if you know anything about furry visual novels in the community. But anyways, enough of, you know, furry, what is it, tea? Let's start the game. After I set my face. Day uno. The Grand Marine Hotel, please. The large fox cranes his head from the driver's seat in front and cocks an eyebrow at me. It's the one on 18th Main Street, I think. He gives me a reaffirming nod and drives off to the airport road. Drives off the airport road? The drive is quiet, not much for small talk. I find myself reaching for my phone. Come on, low battery already? I just charged it. Huh? What's this? 10 notifications from... Oh shit, they're all from Mum. I totally forgot to text her back when I landed. I frantically type out a reply, hoping to minimize the damage already done. I don't know, I think if you're just leaving the airport, that really isn't too long. And... there. Hopefully, that's enough to calm her down. I set aside my phone and look out the window, several dark clouds looming off in the distance, like a metaphor. I really hope it doesn't rain, especially when there weren't enough space to pack an umbrella. Is this your first time visiting? His low voice, mixed with a thick Italian accent, catches me off guard, and started to do this tangent, but like, I was watching like Father Brown, and there was an Italian guy that's like, oh, the ladies, which I'm not sure if that is like some kind of reference to, like, it turns out he wasn't Italian, but anyways, a reference to the Italian guy from like hello, or if maybe somewhere in Italy when they say ladies, they say it like ladies when they talk, you know, English. I don't know. Yeah, it is. Is this for the tech convention I keep hearing about? I? Yeah, I'm going. Enjoy yourself. I heard it's the biggest it's ever been this year. I'll try. Do you happen to know any cool places to visit while I'm in the city? Depends on what you like. If you want to see more things like the TAI, then maybe visit the OPEX Research Center. Otherwise... Sorry, 1 second. I'm getting a phone call. I pull out my phone, and unsurprisingly, I see it's Mum. Hey Mum, I'm on... I texted you 10 times. Why didn't you answer? Do you know how worried I was? I thought something happened to you. Like, you know, the airplane blowing out. Kind of like the Alaskan one. Keeping things topical. Is that the word? No, I'm fine. I just forgot. Theodore, how old are you? You're 23. You're not a child anymore. You're practically an ancient fossil. Because, you know, 23 is old these days. Please, have some responsibility. And sorry for another tangent, but even as, like, a late teen, it always, like, rubbed me the wrong way when I would see something like, oh, Final Fantasy X2, and it's like, these are the heads of major 3 factions. They are the age of 19, 20, and 24. And it's like, wow, these are, you know, quite a bit older than I am, but they do seem young for people in charge of nations and major factions. And now I'm 35. Because it do be like that. Good thing I look young. And, you know, spry-ish. Set face. I sigh and give up trying to protest. Okay. That being said, I just want to remind you that it'll be out this week. Yeah, I remember. I'll make sure to check up on your emails and bills. Really? Huh. Emails. Honestly, why can't you just stay home and look after the place? Why go on vacation when you're still unemployed? I already told you, I just want to take a break. You've been taking a break ever since you graduated. Mom, you know what I mean. I'm trying my best. You sound just like your father. Okay, here's the thing. Move out of your mom's place. I mean, here's the thing. Living with parents? Fine. But she seems like a bitch. We've been over this already, okay? I'm already here. So, would you lay off? Mom? Huh. She hung up. Was I too harsh? No, your mom's a bitch. I put my phone away and bring my attention back to the driver. Sorry about that. No worries. I understand. Family gala. Galia? All the ladies. Yeah, you can say that again. Suddenly, without warning, the entire car is engulfed in a wave of torrential rain, and the highway disappears. Not good. Even with the windshield wipers on max, we're still barely able to see more than a couple feet in front of us. Watch out! The large truck suddenly appears, but the fox manages to swerve around before stomping on the brakes. My heart practically beating on my chest. Oh my god, thank God for your reaction time. I've been driving for many years, and this is nothing. What's up with the weather? It just started pouring without any warning. Ah, that's right. It's been raining on and off for almost 3 weeks now. We are used to this, now. And it's been raining like this every day? Sometimes. It's random, so make sure you have an umbrella. Oh, I didn't bring one. It's only gotten louder. The overpowering sound of the rain interrupts our conversation, making it too loud to continue. Eventually the surge dies off, and I see we've made our way to the city. Damn, the streets are flooded. It's kind of like Texas, where the rivers are now roads, or the roads are now rivers. Looks like I'm getting the authentic, hectic city experience already. We pass through street after street, heading deeper into the city, until I'm greeted by an hourglass-shaped building off into the distance. I'm not used to all this. Back home, it's all suburbs, and my college town didn't have much more than the college itself. This bustling city center is on a whole other level. I guess my vacation officially starts now. Alright, we're here. You take it easy, my friend. He takes a sharp turn into the hotel driveway and stops right by the entrance. Thanks, you too. I hop out of the cab, careful not to catch my tail on the door, like I often do, and retrieve my luggage from the trunk. Make sure you get an umbrella, my friend. That when the rain stops, when it rains, it pours. I can read. He waves me goodbye from inside the car and drives off before I can reply back. Time to head in. I headed it in. I enter the hotel's intimidating gold doors and am immediately blinded by the shiny marble all across the floor and walls. Talk about fancy. After a quick moment of surveying around, I spot the reception desk past the fountain. No line. Great. Time to check in. Good morning and welcome to the Grand Marnier, one of the finest hotels in the world. How may I assist you today, sir? Strong bad. A slender cat with a distinguished suit greets me from behind the counter, a smile suggesting he's the one in charge. Hi, I'd like to check in. Certainly. May I see your ID, please? I dig through my pockets, pull out my wallet, and hand over my driver's license, the one I was proud to snag on my second try due to my fear of driving. It is kind of weird. Like, I've been driving for years, not like professionally, but and every now and then I'm like, holy crap, I'm in this big thing that could kill so many people if I wasn't paying attention. Or could get killed in because Texas drivers are shit. Though not as bad as Florida drivers, Jesus. Thank you very much. I'll get your registration and check-in process now. Let's see. It appears you're here for the TAI convention, correct? Yes, that's right. Excellent. I've heard great things about this year's event. You're in room 2708 on the 27th floor of the main block. Here's your ID and key code. He gives me back my license and room key card. I stow my license in my wallet and slip the key card into my pocket. I also need you to sign this form to complete your registration. Sure, I don't mind. The receptionist hands over a clipboard and a pen with a friendly smile. Alright, let's see what we have here. I spent the next little bit flipping through the form, signing on the specified lines. The form is pretty long, but there aren't many parts for me to sign, so I end up finishing it in under a minute. I'm about to hand it in when I realize that some of the sheets are double-sided. Excuse me. The sudden baritone voice catches me by surprise. I immediately glance up from the paper. There's a large maroon wolf standing right in front of me, and for a split second, I'm aroused. I thought he was talking to me. I try my best to get a good look at the wolf without looking suspicious. He's definitely well built and tall, probably a foot taller than me. It seems like he's trying to get the receptionist's attention instead. Good morning, and welcome to the Grand Marnier. How may I assist you today, sir? Good morning. He practically needs to look straight down to talk to the cat behind the counter. Do you know a list of companies presenting at the convention today, excluding vendors? You're referring to the TAI convention, correct? Unfortunately, I do not know the specifics. If you'd like, I could speak to my supervisor to find out. The companies presenting today? I know all about them, but I'm certain I took a screenshot of the scheduling on my phone. I know the companies presenting today. Both the receptionist and the wolf drag their gaze over to me. Suddenly, I feel like I'm regretting my decision and speak up with all attention on me. The wolf's gaze lingers on me longer than I'd like. You do? Perfect. Do you happen to know if Cypress is here today? Cypress, the company responsible for inventing the revolutionary way to clean up carbon emissions in the atmosphere. Luckily, I had read up about them prior. I'm pretty sure they're presenting tomorrow. I shake my head. No, I saw the scheduling earlier, and they'll be here tomorrow. The wolf doesn't seem impressed by my answer. He mutters something to himself before nodding at me, acknowledging my reply. Thanks. The wolf walks over to another counter, and I take that as my cue to quickly finish up the rest of the form. There, that takes care of that. After placing the pen back in the clipboard, I glance up at the receptionist with a faint smile and hand over the complete forms. Try my best not to be awkward. The cat takes the clipboard from me and gestures to my left clipboard. I don't know why all of a sudden I said clipboard. I've only heard one person say that, and all of a sudden now I'm saying it. Whew, stretch a yard. Okay. I don't like get reading yawns. Thank you for filling out the form. The elevators for the main blog are to your left. I hope you have an enjoyable stay with us, and should you require anything, please do not hesitate to contact us. Have a wonderful day ahead, sir. Thank you. As I'm turning around, I notice something bright on the side of the counter and realize they're brochures. I learned online, while killing time before my flight, that the hotel has 3 sections: Main, West, and North. My room is in the main building, the heart of the complex, connected to 2 smaller, architecturally similar structures on the north and west, if I remember correctly. I double-checked the brochure to confirm my assumption, and sure enough, I was right. Thankfully, this means less wandering for me. I explore more after I've settled in and shed my luggage. Turning a corner, I find myself among a crowd waiting for the elevators. Thankfully, 6 elevators are running, and the crowd dwindles with each round. It's like a furry convention. My turn finally arrives, and just as I'm about to walk up to enter, several people rush in and out. Ouch! A large bear comes walking out and bumps into me, causing me to lose balance. Do people even watch where they're going anymore? I look at the ground and notice the contents of my pocket scattered all around the floor. Thank God I was holding onto my suitcase, or I would have tripped. The elevator nearly full now, and everyone's waiting for me. My ears flatten, and I can feel them getting warmer by the second. I hastily scoop up my stuff and jam it back into my pocket and dash into the elevator whoa. Middle note to self: invest in a new jacket, one without gaping pockets. That's one thing I hate about my workout pants or shorts, is that their pockets always seem too small. I managed to find enough space to squeeze in near the control panel, with the elevator being near full capacity, but somehow it feels spacious while being inside. Located by the elevator buttons directly in front of me, where I had gotten off, there was a small, fancy-looking map of the floor layout. I look around and see that there are 4 hallways, all equidistant from each other in every cardinal direction. What an interesting design. Let's see, I'm here. Room 2708. Should be... there it is. I take the hallway across from me on my left and lug my suitcase behind me, hearing the clicks between the groups of each marble tile. The hallway itself looks really clean and impressive. A little too clean. 2706, 2707, there it is. First thing I notice when I get to my room is that there's a fire escape. The fire escape is right across the hall. I take out the keycard from my pocket and tap the scanner on the door. There's a soft click, and the door automatically opens slowly as it unlocks. That would actually be pretty neat, because, if you're having 2 suitcases, you'd kind of want the door to open itself, but then hopefully close on itself. I walk into my room and find the light switch. It takes me a second to take everything in, but it's much more grand and poison than it appears online. It's a nice room. Wow, also hotel suites are nice, but this is the next level. Fancy designs all over the foyer floor, glass cabinets and drawers near the beds. I would say, when going to MFF, it is nice. Like, I went, I think to 3 hotels, but like, there's one that's quite a bit farther away, but in walking distance, but the pain in the butt, which is really nice because it has like 3 nice rooms because it's got the bedroom and then like the TV room. I mean, both rooms have TVs, but one with a couch, and then there's also a bathroom that's really nice. And what was the one like? Oh yeah, then there was the one closer to the convention that had the skywalk, which was like really nice because if I had to change, I didn't have to, walk all the way to the hotel or take the bus, But anyway, so I digress. And those windows, floor to ceiling, with long black curtains draping down. What a view of the city. If it wasn't for the rain, I'd be out there exploring. Okay, need to stop geeking out and charge my phone. I managed to spot an outlet by the curtains of the window and breathe a sigh of relief. Thank God. Ooh, sorry, reading yawns. Digging out my charger from the bag, I pull out my phone. Then it hits me. I haven't seen the bathroom yet. Back at the foyer, I spot closed doors across from the closet. I walk over and swing the bathroom door open. Holy! The bathroom features glossy black marble walls and floors, and a mirror covers one of the walls. At the other end of the room, there's an enormous bathtub that's the largest I've ever seen. Maybe they should rename this hotel the Grand Marble instead. I casually toss my jacket onto the bed and choose to unwind for a while. Sitting comfortably on the bed, settling, I began scrolling through my emails as a way to pass the time. Feeling satisfied by tidiness of my empty inbox, I reward myself with a good stretch on this ridiculously soft bed, and let me just hold on for one quick second. There we go. I'm sure it's nice to finally be away from home. It's finally nice. Definitely a change of pace, but I'll need to get back to job applications when I return. I lean back on the bed and reach out, just barely managing to grab my jacket. That's strange. My wallet isn't here. Maybe I misplaced it in my pants? I check my pockets awkwardly, still laying down. It's probably when he spills your contents all over. Also nothing. Trying not to panic, I quickly get it from the bed. I walk over my bag and check for my wallet. Nothing as well. You have to be kidding me. This isn't happening. I can feel the panic starting to set in now, as I'm trying my best to remain calm. Okay, let's see. If my wallet isn't on me, and if it's not my bag, then let me think. Where could I have possibly misplaced it? My ears flatten. I must have dropped it when I was getting on the elevator. That's my only explanation. My whole body tenses up, and I immediately feel a sharp discomfort coming from my stomach. There's a really high chance that it's gone now, But I still need to try. Maybe someone brought it to the counter, or it's still there. Without thinking, I ripped the charging cable from my phone and pocketed it, and run straight out of the room to the elevators. Where could it be? The only thing my eyes catch is a wet floor sign placed a couple feet away from where I'd my collision earlier. My mind is racing, and I'm starting to sweat. I take a couple of deep breaths to calm myself. Okay, this is fine. I think about what I should do next, but my mind is going blank. If anyone found my wallet and was kind enough to return it, it'd probably be at the front desk. It's my only option left. But what if... Hey, it's me from earlier. Huh? I turn around to see the same large wolf from before motioning towards me. Are you looking for this? The wolf rummages through his pockets and extends his broad right arm out to me holding something in his large paw. I am beyond relieved, and I can't help but grin like an idiot. Hey, it's my wallet. Where'd you find it? Over there. He points to the ground by the elevators. It becomes clear to me that I must have dropped it when I was rudely bumped into. Here you go. Just make sure you don't lose it again. I let out a nervous laugh and nod at the wolf. Well, thank you so much. I stand there blanking out, as I don't even know his name. Rue. Thank you, Rue. You basically saved my life. The wolf shakes his head dismissively. Don't mention it, although your wallet might have some bite marks on it. What? Why? Some psycho tried to swallow your wallet when I told him it wasn't theirs. Okay. Almost got coffee thrown at me too. Rue lets out a small chuckle. Thankfully, his aim was shit. My jaw nearly hits the floor as I process everything the wolf's telling me. Did this really happen? That's insane. They must have been on something now that I'm thinking about it. My eyes grow wide, and I'm left just staring at Rue speechless. Is this in the Echo universe, where everything goes crazy? How'd you get it back then? Don't worry about the small details. I'm not sure if I should be worried. He pulls out his phone, seemingly checking it before returning his attention to me. Anyway, careful not to lose it next time. Take care. Oh, okay. Thank you again. Rue smiles at me and gives me a nod before promptly walking away. Hey, wait. He stops and turns around. Yes? I don't know why I blew that out, but it feels wrong to have him leave without repaying him. Hey, did you want to grab something to drink or something? It's on me. I mean, I just want to pay you back for turning my wallet. It's the least I can do. It's fine. I'm running on a tight schedule right now, anyway, so maybe if we meet again. Oh, okay. Thanks again, Rue. The wolf waves goodbye to me one last time and disappears down the lobby. I close the door and walk towards my bed, taking a look at my wallet. I let out a sigh of relief when I see my convention ticket and other ID safely tucked inside. So, he hadn't gone through my wallet after all, at least from what I can tell. With all that out of the way, the adrenaline starts to wear off. I mean, you have to assume he would have gone through your wallet to see your ID, unless he saw you drop it and wasn't able to catch you dropping it. I'm glad everything's back to normal. I lay down, I check time, okay. Close my eyes as I take a moment to relax. Checking the time on my phone, I realize I got an hour before the public opening. Perfect. I can explore around. Learned my lesson, I secured my wallet and took my phone and keycard into my other pocket. Just as I'm about to head out, I remember the brochure. Swiftly retrieving my jacket, I'm finally ready to go. I never really liked traveling, but I'm hoping for a change this week. I take out the brochure and glance over it. The lobby, gardens, and restaurants, pool, terrace, and casino are all highlighted. Maybe I'll skip the less appealing spots, knowing time's limited, straight to the casino. I start at the lobby since I'm already here, then head to the gardens. Let's see where the day leads. Around me, the lobby's corners are graced with sleek sofas, each circled by some fancy kiosk. I notice someone by a kiosk, off in the distance. It starts moving, maybe scanning? Pretty neat. Curiosity piqued, I find an empty one on the far side. As I approach, thinking of giving it a try, a robotic voice suddenly springs from the kiosk. Hello? I stare at the screen, illuminated in a bright blue. Several apps loaded up and display the main menu. Hi. Some hesitation in my voice, as I don't see any obvious microphone near the machine for me to speak into. Now that I'm closer up, I notice the display is large, reflected LED panel of some sorts. The lobby is already so bright from the white marble everywhere, and now the panel is trying to blind me too. How may I assist you today? What can you do? I can perform various functions. I can play music, display local traffic, show the latest news. Honestly, I didn't expect the kiosk to speak this coherently. The voice recognition is also impressive. I haven't noticed any issues with the interpreting of my speech as of yet. The machine continues to list off various features, but I pick up the words scan biometrics at the end. What exactly is scan biometrics? The entire body is scanned with an infrared light, UV light, and proprietary technology by Notal Visions. I am able to give readings on your heart rate, stress levels, brain activity, and general health diagnostics. The scan is roughly 99.9999 accurate and has been used in hospitals to aid physicians. Please note that it is still currently under development in order to improve efficacy. Please also keep in mind that such functionality should not be a substitute for seeking medical attention or advice. There's no way a flimsy, oversized monitor could give me such detailed readings, right? Then again, I haven't been in the loop for a while. Still, I am rather curious to see what this robot has to tell me. Here goes nothing. Could you give me a reading? Certainly. Please remain completely still as I perform the general scan. The kiosk moves and tilts back on its own and gradually catches me by surprise. I didn't notice until now, but there are 5 tiny cameras on top of the screen that all seem to be powered on. I remain completely still while looking at the machine, with a mix of fascination and awe. Though I'm not sure what to expect, because it seems like nothing is happening at all. Several of the cameras start glowing a deep blue, and appears as soon as it comes, disappears as soon as it comes. This might be the UV light of the kiosk mentioned. The screen of the machine flashes a faint green. I can hear a faint whirring sound coming from the kiosk before it silences itself. I never really had a medical checkup like this before in my life. Well, if it's anything like the medical healthcare system, that entire thing's probably worth, $500. I'm not meaning the kiosk, I mean its scanning, Having it performed by a machine makes me somewhat nervous for some reason. Biometric scan complete. That was fast. It barely took more than a minute. A large part of me is curious to know what the results are, but at the same time, I'm nervous to hear any bad news. General health diagnosis? Fair. Heart and brain functions are substantial. Stress levels are high, but decreasing. Please continue to monitor fat levels. I'm calling you fat. It is recommended to get at least 30 minutes of moderate exercise a day to maintain a healthy body and lose weight, as your body fat concentration is above average for your species. Report finished. What? Do you just call me fat? Negative. What do you mean, monitor fat levels? The screen suddenly turns off and I stare in disbelief. Going to sleep mode now. Hey! I tap on the screen, but refuses to turn on. Well then, that was something. I've heard of no-tell vision before, but I didn't know they made technology like this. I'm not too keen on exploring the rest of the lobby after this. Guess I could check out the gardens now. From what I read, the gardens is one of the main attractions of the hotel that everyone has to check out at least once. I still can't believe they have plants from all over the world. At least, that's what I read anyway. I walk past the registration desk and the elevators towards a long and wide hallway with a large ceiling overhead. Fortunately, I don't wander around too long. A sign points to the direction of the gardens down the hall. 2 large glass doors lead directly outside. This looks promising. The Botanical Gardens. A garden bristling with an abundance of flowers and plants in its planters rival the size of a main lobby. It's clear that why they call this place the flower meadows of the nation. Stepping in, the air changes, warmer and damper, just like a rainforest. Above me, rain falling on a huge glass dome, maybe 2 to 3 floors up. That's one thing I always love about like certain hotels where they have, what is it? Where it's all the rooms kind of looking in, and then having the glass thing above. Like, I don't know, there's just something about like, hey, you can be inside your room and there's windows looking outside, but there's also windows looking inside. And for the inside windows, yeah, you can look inside, but also like you're kind of like in a space within a space, which is neat. And also, yeah, just thinking about because I lived in Omaha for a bit, and they had the zoo there, and they had that rainforest inside thing. It was like huge. It was pretty cool. Though there was also the butterfly thing, which I went through once and I didn't want to go through again because it was stiflingly humid in there. I felt like I was dying. I was going to check out the outside section, but not in this weather. Instead, I decided to trek around the small maze present in the center. As I walk around, I walk into a family admiring some flowers along the way. Huh, how nostalgic. Seeing this family, lost in the beauty of these flowers, takes me back. It's like a bridge to my own past, the days at the garden center with my parents. Orchids scattered throughout draw my attention. My dad preferred flowers. His presence feels almost tangible among them. His passing changed everything. The garden center became abandoned because of it. And Mom, she's so different now. Always worried and anxious over everything. Yeah, I guess I was being too harsh on the mom. I've gotten used to living without him, but recently, life has been making his loss feel sharper than ever. Mom becoming so aggressive to me lately. I just needed a break from home. But this garden reminds me of the simpler times. I could stand here all day. I really shouldn't be ruminating like this. I don't know. Being nostalgic is fine and just enjoying flowers and shit. I'm on vacation. I should be enjoying myself. Hi, excuse me. Huh? I turn around to find a meek-looking reindeer standing next to me, gazing over some flowers in front of us. Boy, he is small. He's the smallest of boys. He looks a lot shorter than me, with almost his height coming from most of his height coming from his antlers. He stops and turns to look at me. Do you know what kind of flowers these are? The ones in the back there. He points to the patch of flowers that I'd spotted a bit earlier. I feel like I need to turn this down just a smidge more, even though it's just kissing the yellow. Actually, it's being in the middle of the yellow, but that's fine. Oh, those are orchids. Orchids, huh? Cool. He pulls out a phone from his pocket and snaps some photos of the orchids. Oh, what are these? There's a patch of brightly colored flowers off in the distance that the reindeer's pointing at. Those? I think they're dahlias. Neat. The reindeer goes back to aggressively taking photos. I admire his enthusiasm. Hey, how'd you know so much about these flowers anyway? Are you some kind of gardener? Or, let me guess, you work here. No, I don't work here. I really don't know that much honestly. Just picked it up as a kid. Nah, no way. You definitely know way more than the people I tried asking earlier. Not knowing how to continue the conversation, I give him a nod and decide to walk over to another part of the garden. Hey, Mr. Gardner, I need your assistance. It's an emergency. What? Please, please, please. I want to be in a shot next to these tall flowers. He points over the patch of what I could only guess are delphinums. Here. He walks over and hands his phone with the camera already switched on. Oh, okay, sure. The reindeer strides on one of the cool mate poses and grins at me. Strikes. I point the camera at him and take a couple of photos. There you go. I hope that'll do. He hops over and takes the phone back, carefully examining the photos I took. A generous angle, strong composition. Yes. The height from where these photos are taken are perfect. Yes, these are amazing. Thank you so much. You should be a photographer, Mr. Gardner Photographer. Also, thanks, Bites. Bit Defender. I'll definitely be using these for my magazine catalog. Oh, you have a magazine catalog? Yep, that's right. Well, actually, it's my dad's, but I've been helping him run it for the past year now. It's got nature, city architecture, landscapes, you name it. Gotta make the big bucks somehow. Here, take one of my business cards. He rummages through one of his hoodie pockets and fishes out a sleek, white-looking cardstock. He hands it over to me, and I take a quick glance at it before quickly pocketing it away. David Lyrics, Nodal Magazines. Wait, Nodal Magazines? Don't tell me your dad's Nodal Lyrics. The one and only. He puffs out his chest as he says that. You know, I was supposed to be supervising some startup at the convention hall, but I got bored. I'm not that interested in all that technology stuff, so I decided to come by and take some photos. What are the chances I bump into someone like him out of all places? Speaking of which, though, I should probably get back to the convention hall. They don't know that I'm gone. Bye for now. Oh, that's right. I didn't get your name, Mr. Gardner Photographer. It's Theodore. Well, thanks for your wisdom and help, Theodore. Hey, you know what? Come by my dad's keynote later this week, if you're still around, and show them that business card. They'll know what to do. Bye now. Wait, what will they do? Well, looks like I got something to look forward to later this week. I can't really say I expected that, but I guess I technically met a celebrity. Hey, maybe they'll get you a job. It's more about who you know than what you know. Unfortunately. Stretch. What an interesting little guy. Yeah, we into him. Yeah, we go to times. I wander around the garden, eyes barely skimming the plants and flowers. Feels surreal that I finally have time for myself. No more job hunting, no more nagging mom, no more anything. Just a week to myself. This is therapeutic, and getting out and about actually can help you a lot. I leave the tranquility of the garden, making my way downtown, walking fast, changing lanes, making my way back to the lobby. The humid air of the garden had started to lull me into a drowsiness, so the cool air of the lobby serves as a wake-up call. I still have some time to kill. Maybe I'll check out the restaurant I saw. I flip open the brochure once more, scanning until I spot the escapade. The photo shows a pianist, a cellist playing on the counter, underneath a bright, linear row of pendant lights hanging from the ceiling. Pretty fancy. I don't feel hungry at the moment, but even if I did, a place this posh wouldn't be my first pick for a meal. Still, I wouldn't mind taking a look around, snapping a few pictures to show off later. Why not? I'll check it out now. Where am I? This looks completely different from the rest of the hotel. And completely empty too. I walk over to the restaurant door and see that they're closed. I see a promotional sign on the side, steak and bourbon. Special, $199. God. Who the hell spends 200 for 8 ounces of steak? I'm good. Well, this place is obviously not for me. Time to get going. I take out my phone and snap a couple of quick photos of the area. These would make good postcards. Excuse me, sir. A low voice echoes behind me, the tone almost inquisitory. With a strange accent I've never heard before. I turn around to see a Great Dane in a dapper-looking suit poke around the corner. Really? I wouldn't have picked that as a Great Dane. Maybe kind of Doberman-y, but he does have a bit of jowl to him. I had a Great Dane when I was a kid. Big dog. Also skinny dog. Too bad, they don't have good genes, so they kind of, don't last too long. Pardon me, is there something I may assist you with? I saw you through the doors just now. Reservations are mainly done online, but I can make reservations for you in person. The restaurant opens shortly for lunch. Could I interest you in that? Oh, no, it's fine. I'm just admiring the decor. The staff nods at me for a couple of seconds, and as if he's still processing what I just had said to him. He stares at me, opens his mouth for a second, about to say something, until he clears his throat. Very well. His gaze lingers on me longer than I like, before bowing and disappearing back inside. What was that about? Do I look too poor to afford food here, or something? On second thought, that's probably true, but still. Whatever, I've seen enough. Off to the convention. Yeah, we could probably go just a little bit more. I mean, we do have like 10 minutes, but I'm also doing multiple things. After making my way down through the connecting sky ridge, I find myself by a set of elevators. Looks like I need to go down. Just as I'm walking up to call an elevator, one promptly arrives, and a group of felines pushing a heavy cart out. There's several large cylinders on the cart, and they all stare at me as they exit. Looks like a bunch of orcas trying to transport something, but something feels off. Hey, buddy. Sorry, no service on the elevators right now. Closed for construction. The group look all amongst themselves before returning the gaze on me. Oh, okay. Do you know how long the construction's gonna last? The tiger snarls and points in the general direction behind me. No. You can go down through the staircase there. Alright. Then thanks. I awkwardly thank the group with a small wave and make my way to the staircase, and as the rest just watch. Oh, that was strange. And rude. Curious what kind of construction they may be doing, though. Oh, wow. The lobby is way more open than I expected. Kinda has an airport vibe. There's a cool TAI sculpture, glowing white, looking pretty high-tech. The place is buzzing with all sorts of people gearing up for the convention. I'm starting to really appreciate having this pass. It's weird that out of all conventions going to like some kind of science convention. But it do be like that, I guess. Looking around, I see doors leading to different halls. As a crowd floods in, I quickly check my phone to find GamerWolfSix keynotes is in Hall A. Oh no, my phone's almost dead. Guess I'll just have to bite the bullet for now. Spotting the opening of GamerWolfSix sign and the growing line, I head towards the much shorter queue for pass holders. Alright, can't wait to see what kind of innovative tech is being developed these days. Fancy seeing you here. Still have your wallet? I look over my shoulder to see Rao standing over the line, right over the line dividers. He's looking at me with the same smile as before. I didn't expect to see Rao here at all, but I'm pleasantly surprised. Hey Rao, didn't know you'd be here. Rao's face looks as surprised as I am before he shrugs at me. Was looking for something that might be here. Rao looks at me, and then at the long line we're currently in. What's this line for? This just lined up for GamerWolfSix's opening presentation. I look down at my phone to read the time, then back at him. they'll be starting soon. I see his face looking somewhat confused. Some kind of presentation? Yes, it is. Are you here for the tech convention? He takes a quick glance around the lobby and then back to me. No, not really. Ah, alright, that's right. You said you were interested in Cyprus earlier? Correct. Oh, I see. Then you know about this convention, right? Xiao nods, slowly nods his head. Just enough. I read about it on the news at some point. Not here to attend the convention, but I wish I could. Maybe. The gadget stuff looked cool. Wait, isn't my convention pass good for 3? Because of the promotional offer I got. The least I could do is ask him if he's interested in joining me, especially for returning my wallet. Anyway, the large wolf looks down at his phone and back at me with a grin. I gotta get going now. It was nice bumping into you again, though. He gives me a small grin and starts to walk off, but I stop him just in time. Hey, before you go, I want to ask if you're interested in joining me for this opening panel. I pull out my convention pass from my pocket and flash it in front of him. While his face looks surprised for a split second, I didn't expect that from him. He quickly changes back to his same neutral expression he'd been doing though. Tempting, but no. I'm gonna be busy in about an hour. And what the hell are you waving? Your lucky lottery ticket? No, that's perfect then. The website scheduling says the presentation is 40 minutes. And as for the tickets, I wave the convention pass in my paw. Luckily, I got a promotional deal, so you can come along. Ralph crosses his arms and cocks a brow. He gives me a smirk, which turns into a toothy smile. Oh, that's convenient. You saying you're able to get me in or something? That's exactly it. You don't have to join me, but hey, I stumble over my words. You helped me find my wallet. This is the least I can do. Besides, the ticket I have doesn't cost me anything for you to come with me. Only if you have time, though. Rad takes a look at my pass, and looks like he's about to say something, but then sighs. Not sure if I can. I'm still trying to look for someone. That reminds me, 1 second. He takes out his phone and stares at the screen, his eyes squinting at first, and then widening. He pokes at the tiny phone with his paw for a second before shaking his head. There's a look of disappointment, but it changes quickly back to a small grin, and he looks right back at me. He mumbles something to himself, which I'm barely able to make out. Ooh. I guess this could work. Well, good news. Looks like I can join you. I'll take you up on that offer since you're so persistent on it. He puts his phone away in his pocket and looks somewhere behind me. That's when I realize Rao's looking at the lineup instead. I look back and see that line at this point is basically doubled in size. The regular line beside me is stretching so far off I can't even tell where it ends anymore. Really? That's great then. I decided not to ask him what he read or why the sudden change of his mind, assuming that he'd tell me anyway if he wanted to share. I tried gesturing to him with my paw, pointing to myself, then the back of the line. We can wait. I think this is one of those things where the game does it. Right. You just do that. Back of the line. We can wait at the back of the line. Okay, it does do that. Large Wolf suddenly grabs the line dividers with his large paw and cuts right in front of me. There. He gives me a mischievous grin and raises his brows like he'd been caught. For a moment, I'm not sure what to do. I look around to see if anyone noticed, and luckily, no one has. Or if they had, they really didn't seem to care. Finally, I find the right words and whisper to him, I think we should go at the back of the line. We can't have you cutting. Ryan looks at me with a playful smirk and shrugs. He looks towards the back of the line and then back to me. What? Just doing what everybody else is doing. He points to a couple of people not far from us with his large paw. It's clear that they're cutting in line too. I guess you have a point, but still. Don't worry about it. Why don't you tell me more about what we're lined up for anyway? Oh, sure. So, you heard about the company called Son6? No. Oh, well, do you know how an ultrasound works? Not exactly, so feel free to explain it to me. So there's this device called a transducer that emits sound waves into your body. It gets reflected and collected, and the image is produced on a computer. Right, so it produces its image with sound. Is that what Sonix develops? Yeah, they do a lot of stuff with ultrasound, but recently they've hinted at a big breakthrough. Seems like they might be doing more than just sound stuff now. Okay, so what about it? What do you mean? Well, you said that Sonix is what Sonix is, but what exactly is the panel about? Oh, right. They're showing off one of their latest products. It's supposed to be a grand reveal. I'm surprised the details weren't leaked. Is that it? What is the company's history? I'm not sure. I admit, I don't know too much about them. Just skimmed through their wiki article the other day. Who's the first one to notice the line's moving as he motions his hand towards it. Looks like we're done waiting. The line's moving. I almost lose sight of where he is by the time he finishes the sentence. How the hell does he move so fast? Hey, wait up. I need to show them the pass. And I think with us changing menus and us being very close to that 1 hour mark, we're gonna call it. And an interesting save file system right here. Wait, does that thing move? Huh. Okay. Well, that's gonna be the end. Let's quick look. So, please comment, cause I like comments. Tell me what you like, dislike, tips, or otherwise. If you like my YouTube and like to see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out the rest of it grow. Please remember to spay your animals help control the pet population. And if you want me to play this game, tell me, and I'll give it a point, which put it higher on the list. And if you want to suggest any other games, tell me, and I'll add it to the list of games to quick look. What is? Someone's doing something loud somewhere. Oops, clicked the wrong thing right there. But now, it's time for the random number generator of destiny. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, right, I did add some more things since the last time because I was looking at my list. I was like, wait a second, something's not right. 2. Okay. So number 2 is Demons Within. So click this, check over there. Yeah, my sound thing is up. I just want to be sure. Oh, and close this one right here so I can remember to put it in the thing. So, Demons Within. Had to, so I didn't get all weird. Where's my, there it is. Oops, that's the wrong one. Content warning. Macho. Oh, it's the game content warning. Haha. Anyways. Demon Ons Within. Oh, okay, there we go. I had them all in favorites, but I did reset my stuff. Okay. A soldier is renowned of the renowned Dawnbreak Order, kind of like in Skyrim, the world's frontier against demons and those who worship them. Finds himself with something inside him. That something is you. As the weakened demon of lust, you're bound to this soldier and must accompany him through both joy and hardship, while using your powers to help influence him. And those are random. Sorry for the herbs. I also hate it when people make noise outside my room because it's like, hey, it kind of hacks with this, but also, you know, throws me off. Demons Within is a furry adult gay visual novel. See the world through the eyes of Ryzenik, a simple wolf soldier fighting to make the world better, accompanying the wolf from within as he interacts with his companions, friends, and enemies. Yeah, I guess that's the gist of it. Oh, and if you want to play the previous game, available free on itch.io, but then I think it's like $3 a month to get the most up-to-date version. And Demons Within is also free on itch.io, I think. But they have Patreon. We can check it out. Really? Oh, I undid all my cookies because I got a thing today and it didn't say anything. But I think it's suggesting $3 for the most up-to-date version. Well, anyways, that's enough of that. And until next time, another quick look by me, the sum of the game. That one being this one, Demons Within. Thanks and see ya.